What is the meaning of life? And what is depth of field? These are deep questions, and I don't know the answer to the first one, but I can explain the mystery that is depth of field. In photography, depth of field is the distance that is sharp around your focus point. In other words, if you're focusing on a subject that is 10 feet away, your depth of field will be the areas in your image that remain sharp in front of and behind your subject. Let me show you a couple of examples. In a landscape shot, you'll likely want everything sharp, from up close all the way out to infinity. That is called a long depth of field. In a portrait, you probably want your subject to be in focus and everything around it to be soft. That is called a very shallow depth of field. There are three things that affect depth of field. Number one is aperture. A wide aperture, like f2.8, will give you a shallow depth of field. A small aperture, like f11, will give you a long depth of field. Number two, the focal length of your lens. The more zoomed in you are, the shallower your depth of field will be. And the more zoomed out you are, so the wider angle lenses, you'll have a longer depth of field. And number three, the camera's distance from the subject. The farther away your focus point is, the longer your depth of field will be. And the closer your focus point is, the shallower your depth of field will be. These three things work together. So let's recap this. If you have a wide open aperture and a long lens, and you're fairly close to your subject, you'll get a shallow depth of field. If you have a small aperture, a wide angle lens, and you're a fair distance away from your subject, you'll likely have a long depth of field. So do you want to learn more about how to control your depth of field in your camera? Come into Horn Photo and talk with our experts. Oh, and watch the next video where we go even deeper into the depths of depth of field. Got the picture?